Welcome to the OK Show. My name is Iceman.
You get him out of the South, Rod Rodriguez. I'm not getting any visual input here. What's going on?
Right. My fault. My bad. There you go. There.
There's podcast with video, but no video. Like, all right,
Right. I was looking
got
at
it.
our what do you call that? Our box, our own box. But then I wasn't looking at the screen, the big screen, the ones the one
The
that's
monitor.
broadcasting. So
Yeah,
right. So I was just like looking at you and me, not paying attention to the actual main screen. But yeah, all right, my fault.
yeah,
Anyway, it's
and
January
yeah.
what? January 6th? Wow. Time flies
Belated happy
fast. It's
birthday to
2022.
Mighty Mao, aka Chuck
I know
Maury,
yesterday, right?
aka
Happy birthday,
former
Chuck.
long hair guy. Yeah, it's his
Mighty
birthday. He's
Mao.
the big 50, 50. Did you believe it?
Mighty Mao. Who
Yeah.
came up with that name? Do you know?
We have a friend who's 50. I do not know because when I joined the radio station UR 97, he was one of the old school guys there. So somebody must have made it up. I would assume maybe then manager Jimmy Gomez. I would assume because he was the one who suggested I stick with the Rod Rodriguez as well. Because I was like,
Right.
my first air name was actually
Mighty
Hot Rod,
Mao.
and then the owner of the station, was like against it because
Mighty
Hot Rod
Mao.
was like sexually whatever. But Mighty Mao is kind of perfect, but he's pretty tall for a mouse because it's like a
I
play on
know,
Mighty
right? So
Mouse,
that's why I
right?
thought it was funny. I'm not sure if I told him that I thought his name was funny at UR, but I thought it was funny, at least for him. Because Mighty Mouse, it's like Mighty Mouse. If you know the reference, it's like Mighty Mouse,
Yeah,
right?
Mighty
And if you
Mouse.
know who
Yeah,
Mighty Mouse is, it's a total opposite of Chuck. So I think Chuck would be like,
yeah,
like knowing him, like he would look like a Chuck, right? Chuck
yeah, yeah.
Maury.
Hold on.
like, like if I look at him,
Hold
Chuck
on.
Maury, well, it fits his face. He looks like a Chuck, but a Mighty Mao? Well, who looks like a Mao, a Maurice, but a Mighty Mouse comes into mind. So it's kind of like, what? Who came up with this
Yeah,
name? But well, it
Mighty.
worked out.
I hear Mighty. I think of Swift. Mighty Meaty.
Mighty Meaty hot
I
dogs,
was
Swift,
the reason why I brought that up is
Swift hot
back
dogs.
in the day, it's like everybody like the dream hot dog was like pure food tender juicy, right? Like if you're a rich kid, if you guys could afford, like okay, yeah, tender juicy because that's the thing. But I had an option to get tender juicy, and every time I go to the grocery with my Lola, it's like I could pick out whatever I wanted, and I would always pick out Swift. I don't know why. Like I had specific things, like hold on, who was going up against? Was 8 o'clock available here? 8 o'clock versus Tang. Was there
Yes,
an eight
eight
o'clock here?
o'clock
There's an
came
eight
in
o'clock
late,
here,
but
right?
Tang was like the original. Then 8 o'clock came about.
Okay.
But I was
Yeah.
always a Tang person.
Yeah. With that one, with Tang and 8 o'clock, it was depends on what was free. Like if there was like a free, figure or whatever inside if you buy the
Right.
jar, that's what I would get. But
Come to think of it,
between
well, yeah, they put it in a plastic,
Ovaltine and
right?
Milo, yeah, it
Yes,
used
they
to be in
had
a
those.
jar,
Yeah, it used to be in
like
a
a tall
jar,
jar.
and they have like toys inside it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did they put it in a
Underneath.
plastic, or was it
Yes,
just
it's
like
in
a
a plastic.
toy? It's in a plastic,
I
right?
had
So
I had a
it should
complete
be
set
safe,
of
right?
the. It should.
Having
I had
those
a complete set
plastic
of the
things
Ziggy.
inside the jar, because I'm thinking
Um,
now,
y-
like, was it
that's a good
safe?
point.
Was it
That's a good
healthy?
point. That's a good point because like if it's cereal, the cereal is packed separately. Like it has a bag of its own. So if it has like a free
Right,
thing inside,
right.
it's in a bag, but it's not touching the food. But with Tang, it's like
Yes,
there's a plastic thing. But then again, we're talking about plastic mixed in with edible stuff. Come on, you eat instant pancit canton, right? It's like what is it? It has a freaking folding fork inside it. Like it's got a little like this little
true,
plastic fork in some of those like
true. Or food that you put in
instant.
plastics, before.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. I mean
but then they get stored sometimes for months, so that's kind of like a different
that's
story,
true.
right?
That's
I mean,
true.
if we buy
Yeah.
a food
Well,
from a restaurant, they put it in a plastic bag, but then that would be like what, an hour tops, 2 hours. So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I'm talking about plastic, touching the food surface for months, like being in it together, stored there for months, or
Yeah,
even
yeah,
sometimes maybe
yeah,
a year or so.
yeah.
But whatever, we're
Well,
good, we're alive, we're not sick. But well, we don't really know, right? Maybe that's the reason why I didn't really grow tall or something, or
As
it could be
long as
just
you
my
don't eat the
genes.
plastic. As long as you don't eat the plastic. That's the thing.
Right, right.
But
Cool, cool.
yeah, so between Ovaltine and Milo, Milo was like the pure foods, right? If it's hot dog, it would be pure foods. If it's like cocoa drink, chocolate drink, like Milo was
We're
king.
we're
But
a pure
I was
foods
also team
family.
Ovaltine.
We
I was a Swift and Ovaltine guy. I don't
and
know why.
not so much Ovaltine. We were like Milo boys. We like Milo.
Yeah, Milo had the bigger granules compared to Ovaltine, and Ovaltine was for some reason it was kind of shiny.
Ovaltine
Like
tasted like medicine, at least for me.
really? Because
Well, that's how it
I mean,
tasted like, at least for me
so-
back then. Every time because okay, we do lan lan, right? Like now, my daughter's doing that. My wife taught her to do it like yesterday, and I came home from interview today, and she was doing it. She was doing lan lan, and I was like, what the heck? She was like putting it in like she was making a Milo sandwich.
dude, people put it on rice back in the day. People would put
Yeah, I
Milo on
remember.
top of
I
rice.
remember doing
Oh,
it. I remember
people
doing it.
put everything on top of rice. They would
We
put
did a lot of
soy
stupid things, right?
sauce. They would put mantika with salt over rice if there's no ulam. People
That
poured
that that
condensed
I
milk,
That's better
condensed
than
milk
Milo.
over
I tell
rice.
you, not condensed milk.
Condensed milk,
I like the
dude.
salt with the cooking oil,
Mantika.
especially
With the,
used cooking oil. Yeah, the manteca,
oh
right?
my,
Especially
yeah,
if you cooked it with pork. Holy crap, that's delicious, man.
and
Now I'm
oh
hungry.
boy.
Holy crap,
All right. Now, speaking of unhealthy food, I mean, we might get sponsored. I don't know,
Chippy.
but I
I
know
love
there's a
Chippy.
low sodium, there's a low salt one, but my wifey just went with the
Okay,
all
Chippy
out
is Jack and
salty
Jill,
stuff.
right? Jack and Jill's like the company.
Yeah,
Is it, or is it
owned
Nabisco? Is
by
it Ribisco? Like, okay, well, who
I
owns
think
it?
owned by the Swift guys. I don't know. Was is Swift owned by Universal Robina?
Is it
Owned by the
UR?
Gokong Ways.
Is it UR?
Owned by the
Universal
Gokong Ways.
Robina?
Yeah,
Chippy?
it's owned by the
All
Gokong
right.
Ways.
Okay, so that means Chippy's not in the United States, right? So it's not a US brand.
It's
Like people would not
distributed
know about Chippy.
in Malaysia, all that stuff. I'm not sure about you.
All
Not,
right. All
you
right.
can get it at the Asian
So
store.
what's the thing in America? What Cheetos, Doritos,
Fritos. The equivalent of
Fritos? All
Chippy in
right.
the US
Okay,
is Fritos, but
Fritos.
it
All right.
basically Fritos is like Chippy, like minus 75% of the salt. I mean the salty. I mean it's the sodium. It's just basically if you eat
Right.
Fritos, you'll spit it out because you'd probably think it's like Chippy and they just forgot to put the seasoning in. Yeah, that's the difference. It's
Right.
exactly like
So
Fritos looks
Chippy would
exactly
taste
like this,
better, but then it'd be more dangerous, right?
but it's 75% more sodium or something. That's just my
Right.
estimate based on the taste. Well,
So if you
but
eat
Fritos
a
looks
lot of
exactly like this.
Fritos, then let's say it kills you in about what, like 30 years. So if you eat a lot of Chippy, that would kill you in about what, 10 years or 5 years? Is that what it is?
Let's say like one Chippy is equivalent to like seven Fritos,
Right.
something like that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but I'm not
All
really
right.
I'm not a salty food guy, so I don't feel guilty about eating. Like I don't eat bulad. I don't put salt in my food. I'm not a salty food guy,
You just
so I'm
eat
okay.
Chippy
I
every
can eat
day.
bland food. No, I just like it was there, and I'm sick and tired of pick A. You know what pick A is? Pick A. It's like
PK, like those like the ones that look French fries? No, like
it's no
those
no it's they
thin
they
French fries
copied. They have
looking.
something in the U.S. Let's talk junk food here. They have something
Oh,
in the
it's not
U.S.
picnic.
that's similar.
So we had picnic, right?
No, not
You
picnic,
know
not
what
picnic.
picnic is?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's like
different.
shoestring. Pick
Shoestring.
A or pick. It's like there's something in the states. It's a combination of like three or four different chips. So there's like
Right.
but in the U.S. they have one with the little pretzel thing. But here it's just
Right.
I think it's Nova. It has
Nah, I hate that.
Piatos. It has
I hate that.
I don't know what the other one is. Yeah, you
I
don't know
love
what you're gonna get
tortillas.
basically.
I love
Oh yeah, yeah,
tortillas.
yeah. Tostitos is great. Tostitos is great. That's great. That's
And talking about pretzels, Jack and Jill pretzels, they're the best. For some reason, I've been in Japan for 14 years. We have poke.
mhm.
We have what do we have? Poke. What else? Pretz. We have all those things here. But dude, every
Yeah,
time I see those, I remember those Jack and Jill pretzels that you often see
yeah,
in the cinemas or in the movie house. My God, my
yeah.
mouth waters.
Really?
That's just so mouth watering for me. It doesn't compare to poke or Pretz. I mean, I don't care about those things. I mean,
I
Jack and Jill
mean,
pretzels. Oh, I love those.
I mean, I mean, we all like kind of looked up to food like that because back in the day, if people don't remember, back in the day there were a lot of like junk food or snacks or whatever that didn't come in like budget packs. Specifically, like
Mhm.
Jack and Jill pretzels. Like they didn't have a small box. They didn't have like a solo pack or whatever. It was always just that standard box with the Indian cutout dolls at the back or Native American cutout dolls at the back. That
All
was the
right.
trademark, and it
Junks,
was always a
speaking
standard
about yan
size.
yan. What's a yan yan again? Okay, it rings the bell. I forgot what it looks like. Hang on. Yan yan.
Okay,
What's a yan
yan
yan?
yan 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 is just like if it's over there. If it's over here, it's like ito.
Yan yan. Yan yan. Yan yan Philippines. I should type Philippines, right?
Yeah,
Yan yan
yan
snack
yan is like it's
Philippines.
like a
Let's
dip.
see.
There's a dip.
All
Hold
right.
on,
Oh,
let me
we
check if
have
we
that
have
here
pretzels.
too. Oh, what is this here? We have this. Oh, it's Meiji. Yan yan. All right. Yeah. Okay, yan yan. Meiji. All right, Meiji. Yeah, my daughter was just eating this a few nights ago. I didn't know. Oh, I thought, yeah, all right, okay, yan yan. That's why I never have these things. Well, I at least I don't read it. I know it exists. So that's yan yan right there. Really? Yan Yan over Jack and Jill pretzels? I would go for Jack and Jill pretzels. Like I told you, John. Like I'm here. I've been here for a long time. But you know what, Chippy? If I have to pick between Chippy and all the other potato chips snacks here, I would choose Chippy or Tortillas over all these things that I have in Japan. I don't know why. Maybe I just love the more sodium type of snack. I'm an unhealthy person. I think that's who I am. So yes, of course. And even with the peanuts here, they suck. They suck. I miss the peanuts in the Philippines, especially the ones that you can buy outside of school. Remember, in Assumption or it could be in Ateneo, like any school. There's always somebody selling peanuts, and I would always choose the red peanuts, the one with the like with the skin, not the white ones. I would always choose the one with like the red one. They call red peanuts. I would always choose that, and I would like put those chili powder, whatever you what call it, like yeah, those just chili powder, and oh my god, then you get like a Coca Cola or something or Pepsi. Oh my god, it's perfect. No, I prefer pretzels over yan yan, pero social na sa una ka imported. Yes, I know, right? Yeah, people think about these things like, oh, it's so social, it's so saucy. Yeah, I get your point, but yeah, I'm like you. I prefer pretzels. I prefer chippy. I prefer tortillas. I prefer the mani outside of the school with the chili powder. I love those things. Here, you can't get those. Rod, what happened to you? Is your internet down again? What's wrong? Right. Anyway, so we're talking about all these things. Yeah, snacks and stuff. So right, I remember those times. I remember knickknacks. Knickknacks. I think that's a local snack, right? Knickknacks. It is pretty popular in Assumption, and I remember always getting knickknacks during recess time in the morning. Well, they have that like cheese bread as well, but every time I see those knickknacks snacks at the counter, I would always grab them and get like that uh, no, not 8 ounce. Is it 8 ounce? Oh, there's like 16 ounce and there's like 8 ounce. Yeah, 8 ounce Coke. So I would match it with an 8 ounce Coke and like a knickknacks. Oh my god, that's so unhealthy. A soda and a chocolate snack. Oh my god, I feel guilty now. Anyway, we're talking about what are you excited about in 2022? It could be a movie, it could be about like your daughter turning 18, if you're that old, or if your daughter's going to be in the first grade. Finally elementary school for the person. Yeah, just tell us all about it. Okay, John, heavy or timbura yapon plus Coke? You know what? That one, yes. Yeah, I would have to say yes on that. Heavy, I love heavy, right? But the thing is with heavy, like they kind of trick you, right? It's so good, and I think they're kind of cheap, but I mean the packs are so small. I don't remember having those big heavy packs, right? They always come in a small pack, right? Those heavy small packs, and I could eat like more than 10 of those if I'm really if I'm really in the mood for heavy. Timbura, yes. Timbura Safari. I think it's. Are they the same? But I remember the packing of the timbura. That it seemed it was so hard to open it back in the day when I was a kid. Was it because I was a kid and I was small and I couldn't open it, or is it because the materials of the pack that they were using was kind of different from when we were in college? Because in college we had the safari snacks, right? Those corn snacks, the Cornix type, and it's just like so easy to open. Sometimes you like you know you don't even like exert effort, and you try opening them and boom, like it just like pops, and all those corn snacks go to waste. Right. Something with Coke, man. Something with Coke. Like right now, I don't like the peanuts here, like I said, but there will be times that if I'm watching like something, or if I'm binging on a TV drama, I would always have like a soda, sometimes a Coke, could be a cider, right, or ginger ale, and I would have like some peanuts, or those nuts that you like, like those mixed nuts that they have here in Japan. Right. It's always good if you mix it with a soda. So delicious. Hey Ron, you still there? Maybe somebody did something to his internet. Right. Anyway, okay. So about 2022, tell us what you're excited about. Any movies that's coming out? Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah. What's going on? Nipalit pa og mani si Rod. Yes. You know what, John? Yeah. Mani. Maybe the mani guy is in their subdivision and shouting out money, and he had to go out, and he's a bit embarrassed to tell us about it. Right, that could be it. That could be it, right? I mean, wow. Because Rod's a pretty social guy, right? With a grand piano and such. Oh my god. But yeah, Mane, wow, I love those things. What I didn't like back then, I love all those things that they sell outside of school. But what I didn't dig back then was the cotton candy. I don't think I remember liking it. I think my brothers did, but I never liked those cotton candies. They they felt like I mean, they felt like air. It seems like you're eating air when you're eating cotton candy. Or I think that's like sugar, right? I think that's the ingredient. It's just sugar. Am I correct? Yeah, and there's always that guy like selling cotton candy, and it's colored pink. So does that mean it's pink sugar? It's pure sugar plus coloring. So basically, you're just eating sugar. Holy crap! These things should be illegal, man. This promotes diabetes. What the heck? Well, we need sugar from time to time, right? I mean, yeah, we need it for energy and such. I mean, yeah, okay, I would understand. They sell it outside schools, so yeah, kids need sugar. They need energy. All right, okay, I understand. But yeah, but I never really liked those. The maruya, yeah, I did. I love those things. I love the maruya, the ginanggang. I love that too. But the Jews, though, the Jews, man, oh, they were disgusting, right? I mean, John, do you remember? Okay, the Book of Jews. All right, I love those. You remember those Jews outside of school, especially in Assumption, and they have this like scoop, and they put it in like a sort of a plastic bag, and you have like a straw or something, right? I remember like the orange one. I hated it. It tastes disgusting. But the buko juice, yeah, I think that was legit. Yeah, I loved it, but not the orange one. I don't know if it was orange or lemon. It was like crazy. Street buko juice, the bomb. Yes, yes, Alejandro Miguel Reyes. I agree with you. It is the bomb. Street buko juice, especially if it's like the actual buko juice. Oh man, I brought some friends back in the day. They're from America, and they were just over the moon when they had like a buko juice on the street. So it was just like it was crazy. But yeah, it's the bomb. Not a fan of the juices. According to Jong, labi na ang pineapple. They just stick the pineapple pieces on the glass para murag legit. Yes, I agree with you, Jong. I remember that. I see those things. And that's why I'm not sure if it's orange, pineapple, or lime. Because, yeah, yeah, they have those things, and, they make it look legit by just like, like sticking it there. And it's crazy, right? But the buko juice, yeah, I felt the like those buko meat in some ways, and I think they probably added a little bit of milk. Could be condensed milk, I'm not sure, but I think they added a little bit of milk there. So I think, yeah, that tasted okay. But the orange ones, no, no. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like it. What else? What do we usually find outside our schools back in the day? Those, then peanuts, then okay, taho. Taho back in the day, I abhor taho back in the day when I was a kid, but then I found out that it's really healthy. So when I was an adult, I was digging taho. I'd always look for taho, especially if it's warm. Oh my god, that's awesome. Taho is awesome. But when I was a small kid, I hated it. I didn't understand why a lot of kids love taho because the taho vendor is always packed, right? Like people would be just mobbing him, and they'd like get those taho like paper cups, and it was actually cheap too. I didn't like it when I was a kid, but when I became an adult, yeah, I loved the it made me crave from time to time, especially when I was in Manila. And the taho that I always have, uh, they were usually warm. So I mean, maybe that was it because we don't get taho here in Japan. We have like onion tofu. We have those things, but it's not even close to taho. I mean, taho, our version of taho, man, it's crazy. It's just delicious. Can't compare to the onion tofu that we have here. What do you call those ice shavings with flavoring? More like snow cones, but not. All right, like shaved ice. I would say shaved ice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Here we have those shaved ice. We call them shaved ice, but it's like more of like halo halo. But it's not really halo halo because halo halo is like way way better. We just have those like shaved ice. Then they put like some syrup in it. I don't know, like different types of colors. There's orange color, there's purple color, there's green color. Um, right. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do not recall what you call them, but I never had them. Like no, I even with ice cream, I would only eat Rocky Road or chocolate marble back in the day. Right. So I'm not a fan of like anything ice except for ice creams. Tusuk tusuk fishball. Yes, fish balls. All right. So fish balls. Yeah, you're right. I'm a fan of fish balls. I'm a fan. Depends on the sauce, but yes, I would always go out and how much was the fishbowl back then? Do you remember? Was it like 3 for peso, or was it like what, like 5 for 2 pesos? I remember like you have to pay like what, 50 for what, like one taho? No, for one fishbowl. Yeah, I don't remember, but if you can remember, please refresh my mind. Was it like 1 peso and then 3 fishballs? Because I remember like you pay like three and you get like, you don't get 3 fishballs, but you know, I just remember the peddler doing the shaved ice thing and realizing the blades for the shaved she were rusted. Oh yes, yes, you're so right. Yes, the blades were so rusted. It's, oh my god, that could have been poisonous, right? I don't know if it killed anybody back then, or if it gave anybody anything. Holy shit, you're right, Jong. You're right. Nobody even complained. Not even parents complained. I remember my parents warning me about these food. But hey, what can you do, right? I mean, street food. Yeah, they're the bomb. You always go out of your school and you always check all these food out. And I would remember getting a warning from my mom, like, don't eat too much street food or whatever. It's probably dirty and whatnot. But I mean, who really cared, right? I mean, I didn't care at least. But then now that you mentioned, yes, I noticed that the blades that they use for like shaving that ice, they're really pretty rusted. Right? I mean, holy shit. Right. It's kind of funny. All right. It's one of the things that I'm thankful that I'm not there anymore because we don't have street food here outside of school because, like we don't have that thing. But I mean, I love street food, right? I mean, if my daughter would experience it, I think that would be awesome. But no, we don't have it here. But then you have to like balance it, like what you said, like yeah, it's rusted, and like all right, as a parent, you'd be like, all right, thank God. But how about tetanus is for the weak, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you tell that to your kids, John? Do you tell your kids like tetanus is for the weak? Right, fine. Go get all the shaved ice you want. No problem. Right? I mean, as a parent, like how do you react to these things, or how do you deal with these things as a parent being there in the Philippines? I don't know where your kids go to, but I'm pretty sure that almost all schools in the Philippines, they have those, like vendors outside who sell stuff, right? It could be different now. I heard like some schools they have like really fancy canteens and fancy cafeterias inside a campus, so it could be different. I don't know, but back in the day, like I said, everywhere you go, it doesn't matter if it's a public school, it doesn't matter if it's a private school, you always have those vendors outside. They're selling all sorts of stuff, and not just food, they're selling entertainment too. Like me and Rod, we talked about that. What do you call those things? The one that looks like binoculars, but then you kind of like sort of like have that cinema, like like some sort of like just pictures. And I think that's I think that how much do you pay for those things? 50 cents, 50 centavos for like per like per whatever per whatever you call them, like one movie, right? Is it like 50 centavos or is it like a peso? Okay, admittedly, I'm overprotective when it comes to food. Maybe I should let them experience the dangers of street food. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, I can't blame you. I'm a parent too, right? Um, from from where I stand, I don't know. Like as a parent, I would feel the same way. But then when I was a kid, I was like, well, I was proud of doing those things back in the day. I mean, like, yeah, like, right, tetanus is for the weak. I just eat what I want. I mean, if I don't like it, I don't eat it. But I mean, if I like it, I would eat it. Doesn't matter what my mom says. But I think, yeah, it shaped me. It shaped the person of who I am today. So I probably you too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The dangers of street, like, not probably not the dangers, but there are probably some street food that are actually okay, right? So yeah, maybe we should just be like protective and not overprotective. I think that would be the middle ground there. Like just be protective. Don't be too loose, but don't be too tight. Just like, all right, yeah, just, oh yeah, okay, that's probably cool. Like, if you can see that it's probably safe, then it's probably okay, right? But, well, what can we say? We're parents. That's what we do. We worry about stuff, food, like, activities, things they watch on the internet, things they watch on TV. I remembered buying damang fish and a chick. Okay, okay, chick. I'll get a chick, like an actual chick. All right, forgive me. All right, yeah, chick. You say chick, different chick comes into mind. All right, okay. I remember buying damang fish and a chick from vendors outside school. Yes, right. What were those chicks like? Man. Okay, okay. You bought these things, right? So you bought a chick. Did it ever turn into a chicken? Did it live long enough to be a chicken, Alejandro? Because I don't know. I don't remember. I think I bought a chick, but I think it eventually died. I don't remember that chick growing into a chicken or a duck. Were those chicks like what? Like chicken chicks or were they like ducklings? I think they were like chicken, right? They're not ducklings. They were like chicks. All right, okay, they were chicks. Right? Yeah, just a question, Alejandro. You said you bought a chick that it eventually turned into a chicken. It died. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not good for these chicks. Nobody should be doing that because they die. Because the kids who buy them, they don't know how to take care of these chicks. My God. Okay, that was animal cruelty back then. Holy crap. I didn't think about that. Right? Yeah, I mean, what can we do? We were kids. We see moving stuff, we see moving things. Well, all right, they're really nice toys. I'm going to get them. Right? I know it died. See, well, how about your fish? Did they live long enough? Those fish? I mean, the monk, they would surely die because we always have them, fight another, like spider. So, yeah, there's like always that demong fight. So eventually all the demongs would die at some point. But how about the fish? How about the fish? Did it ever, like last long? Like maybe, at least years? Or at least a year, maybe? See, I remember these things. But yeah, the chicks, man. Oh, pitiful. Pitiful. Because, yeah, they would surely die. I don't know how to raise chicks, but I know that you probably put them somewhere bright or whatever, and they should be with their what with their siblings. Should they be with other chicks? I don't know anything about animals because I don't even have pets right now. Hey, what the hell happened to Rod? Can anybody get in touch with Rod? Like anybody knows Rod's number? Fighting fish and colored Maya used to be sold outside the school gate. Yes, I remember the colored Maya. They were so beautiful. I don't know how they catch them. That's the question. How did they ever catch them? Right? Because the birds look really, they look really okay. They look really okay, and they look beautiful. I don't know how they catch them. Do they have traps and stuff like that? Um, the colored Mayas, I remember buying one, but I think eventually I just like let it go, or it slipped out my hand or something. Oh man, it's just I think I remembered buying like one colored Maya, and I think it broke its, was it a wing or was it its leg? I'm not sure. So I think I just said to like let it go. See that was a bad purchase. Shouldn't have done that. But the beauty of that experience was there was a high school kid, because I was, I think, second grade at that time. I was in second grade, and there was like a high school kid who helped me out. And I don't know whatever happened to that high school kid, or she was a chick, really. She was I don't know what year it was, what year she was at that time, but I thought she was really pretty, and I was like just in second grade, and I thought she was really pretty. Yeah, I didn't get her name. Don't ask me. Like I was in second grade. But yeah, I thought she was really pretty. I wonder what happened to her. I'm 43 now. I would say she's in her 50s right now. Well, my God, right? But yeah, that was the silver lining of that experience. I think she helped me out with the Maya, and I think I decided to just like let it go afterwards, because I think she saw me having a hard time, um, you know, uh, getting the Maya into the stick, or like they give you those sticks, right? Which they actually just um, stand. But no, see, John, here's the thing. I wasn't even thinking about like any other stuff. It was I just thought that she was pretty, but that was it. Nothing. I wasn't awakened like I have all these sexual thoughts and stuff. Like no, not at that point. When I was in second grade, I think I just like saw her, and I think she was really kind because she helped me out, and I thought she was really pretty. I thought that she really had a nice face, but that was just it. That was like the end of it. Nothing more. I don't remember like when did I actually start having those, like thoughts. Crazy. What? Internet is down, right? Oh my god. Are you texting with him? Oh my god. Like okay, so like what does he want to do? Should we like just do it some other day? Because I can't go on like this until I mean, it's good that you're out there, and two other people, but holy crap! I mean, Rod, come on, man! You were like texting me earlier, and you were so excited to do the show. Your internet's down. Gotta sue your internet provider. Holy crap! All right, so yeah, well, since Rod is not around, maybe well, I'll wrap it up in about 7 minutes. Giblock daw siya sa Universal Robina. Probably. Probably. Was she talking trash about Universal Robina? Because that could probably be it, One of their executives was, like listening and had connections with whoever owns his internet provider, and like, can you just like block that guy and just like, just yeah, kill his internet just for tonight. Holy crap. Okay, all right. Okay, so well, CJ, Alejandro, Ashik, Jong, yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. I think I'm gonna cut this short now. If Rod's not coming back, then I don't think there's a point. But yeah, well, thanks for the conversation, guys. But yeah, those things that we have outside of our school back in the day, yeah, nostalgic, right? Okay, all right. Tomorrow would be fine. I think. Yeah, since we did like about an hour, then maybe we could start a bit. John, can you like tell him like we would start around like 9 there and 10 over here, because I it's Friday. I have basketball, so right, we'll start around 9 here. Thanks. I don't want to use you as like a message center, but since you're texting with Rod, can you please tell him that we would start at 9 p.m. Thank you. Really owe you one. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, happy New Year. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we'll continue the conversation tomorrow. Anything about 2022 that you're excited about, or whatever, like, or we can continue talking about the stuff that we see outside of our schools. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, thanks a lot. And this has been Iceman. And good night. I am out. Thank you.